voice in our ears, but the more we brace the sound of its tone. There's jumping on knees, feeding our backs, tearing, chewing, we kill all the more. The power and love's what we do it.
Welcome on back everyone to Total Warhammer 3 in part 21 of our Legendary Greasus Goldtooth Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode we are here where we left off, bonking this Dulcan settlement right on the head with the Scepter of the Sky Titans. We're not even going to have ourselves a feast. Lost a few Noblars into the brawl, but that's no big deal. We probably stepped on more of our own than anything else. Let's go ahead and sack the Ice Fever here. We've got camps and things that need some gold to be spread around, so thank you Norskins for your donations. We'll simply go ahead and occupy Ice Fever and continue to work to stamp out the Norskin menace down here. Let's go ahead and repair Ice Fever and then just chuck in the defense building behind. And then we zoom on down to the south to the newly claimed Dragon Fang Mount, upgrade the Sea Dragon's Teeth, and then we'll also grab the Herb Patch as well. Don't mind throwing that into a Cauldron Town and then promptly leaving everything else as is. Blade Rock I would not mind upgrading the defenses on, but I don't think we necessarily need to. Here at the Sentinels we can go for the upgrade for the Karoom. Let's first grab the Marble Work to drop construction by 30%. Currently we've got a 25% decrease, but let's get that even higher and then build it in. I will grab the Guardhouse now, or do we want the crap mode over here in the Black Fortress? It is about to be time for a three-way war with Pimric and then the two Cathayan factions. Because I'm not going to let them make the first move. If that is the case, we are going to be on the back foot, and we'll be reacting to them with something that we don't want, especially as the Ogres. So we are going to be the ones striking first. We're going to bring Kevin down, trade out. I actually think now both of these scrap launchers for Iron Blasters, upgrade the entire artillery of this army, and then get rid of all of these normal Ogre Bulls for some Man-Eaters. So, of course, spend any more gold upgrading settlements. Let's come on in and grab some Man-Eaters. Iron Guts would be great for a front line because of how much armor they have. They're just lacking a little bit in stats. So we can go for a combination of Iron Guts. They're just expensive, aren't they? Yes, we'll grab our Iron Guts first, and then we can grab the Man-Eater Great Weapons to go alongside them. Yes, and in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually kick out all of these Noblars and normal Ogre Bulls just so we can free up a good deal of income. And Kevin's going to move down and gain some extra troopers. I also have the opportunity to snag more units through Allied, which we can't see here, but we finally built up enough. See if Malbob will let me see. This year sitting in a settlement. Okay, we've got enough allegiance to grab in some laser guns with the Infernal Guard with the Fire Glaives, which are one of my favorite overall Dawizar units, at least the ones which are the Dawizar themselves. So we'd love to get some Fire Glaives in an army. And the fact that we don't have to worry about their unit caps is fantastic. Rot Teeth. Really would like to start stealing some technology. We've been sitting at 100 the whole time, and the faster we get to the Sky Titan plateaus, the faster we get more camps. In fact, 2 new camps. So let's come on down here and irritate Emmerich a little bit, and steal some tech from the Darkhold. Ooh, success, well done. Money well spent. I'm not going to have Malbob move, although we can blitz. Take Barter and Ruins End at the same time. He said, who's aggressing? Not me. We're the most peaceful ogres you've ever seen. We'll just stay, I think, outside of the Sentinels. Sneaky, sneaky Malbob, him and his Gorgers. Right, Greasus himself. We're sitting at Gatecrasher currently. Income from trade tariff sounds pretty nice. We'll just switch him over to Trade Lord now. I'm not worried about his melee stats at all. He's not really going to be making this place make us any more money, but our trade tariffs are, while our least amount of trade income, it'll give us a little bit more.
Tribe Lord.
Alright, Greasus, our next point is going to go into the looter. We've been doing lots of stealing gold from settlements as we go.
Mine.
Continuing to move towards the final point in that blue line. That's about all we can get to for this turn. Rotteeth earned himself skills, so let's go ahead and grab another point into steel technology. Make sure we gain even more next time. So what are we up to, 120%? That's nothing crazy. It will speed things along. We've got enough gold to go for an income building here in Shambletown. And so we shall. Alright, we actually were successful in our gain substantial income mission on the side there, so we gained an additional 1,000 treasury just to toss in the pile, a Razor Standard, and some Demon Killer Scars, which cause terror. We've got some new contracts available for us to fail on the fly. Let's see if there's any good ones here. Ooh, absolutely not. Scaly meat dealing with the Itza. Or occupy Spite Peak. None of these are very great. The bad god place. Take down Granite Spikes. Let's go for this one then. Amp growth plus 100. It'll be very difficult to get over there and deal with any kind of lizardman threat. The Trickster's Helm is great. Spike Peak is a long ways away from us. Let's go after the Granite Spikes. Actually get a contract succeeded for once.
Ogres are unstoppable.
Ogres are unstoppable.
Greasus,
Come on, down in.
the
Go it.
shockingly obese.
All of these lands will fall eventually. Looks like a werewolf is gonna ride out to meet us this time. We'll have one extra chicken wing per ogre, and then we run them over.
It's feasting time, boys.
Yes, the rest of y'all food comes from the berserkers. Another settlement for us to sack. Well, I don't know if we're gonna be able to actually turn around and claim it since we're use so much of our movement. We cannot, which is lame.
Greasus Goldtooth.
Got some Cathayan Jet. How about we gain a little bit more gold from spoilating all of the settlements around here?
The Ogre Tyrant always wins. Always!
Bert, we are fully out of combat and good passives, so it's time for you to just gain probably the ability to damage walls. We don't even have to worry about the Shatterstone ability. Come back in here, grab Targ, his skills. You still haven't maxed out your spellbook.
We'll throw a great feast.
But let's first go ahead and grab the scouting here. Ooh, I lied. I think Blessing of the Volcano God gives us some ward save. Yes, tankiness all the way. Shirtless lad swinging around a giant flaming hammer needs some defenses.
Biggest gut.
Take the Firemouth camp also then. Excuse me, up to tier 4. 10,000.
Hungry. Always.
And here at Grimtop we can recruit in a few more man-eaters. We can only get, we can afford 2. Perfect, that's all we really needed.
It's what I want.
Kevin, you keep coming on down in March.
Move. Don't argue.
Looks like the Cathayans are completely busy elsewhere. Let's come on over towards Hanyu Port just to see.
Sniffing out.
Maybe they've got any armies hanging out over here?
No meat there.
I don't see anything. Looks like we are in the clear. To deliver all sorts of evil.
I will see you burn for your transgressions against Calador.
Oh, I'm sure. But see, you're caught between the rats and the ogres. You don't like any deals with Hashut? Okay, let's go find Clan Moors then.
Speak, speak.
Or are you more or less powerful than Crooked Moon? 9 settlements on Crooked Moon, but Moors has 61 strength. Crooked Moon has the gold then.
Don't mess with me! What's your message?
Hello there, Skullsnick. I'm going to join your war with Imric. You've had far more time than we would want in peace. 4,000 gold? Absolutely.
Sounds good.
I don't like this. He said it sounds good. Let's bring our might to bear. Of course, we do have to,
Everything's mine.
in the north here, play a little bit more defense.
What I want.
Let's move on. Pig barter. Crack this settlement, no problem. Ooh, decisive win. There's not really any elves behind the walls here, which is kind of sad. What an actual battle. We're going conquering. Go ahead and sack pig barter.
Boss.
Keep dragging all of the crates of gold out of our enemy settlements. Go ahead and... oh, we can't even claim it. Second time in a row we made a mistake like that. Alright, Rot Teeth, let's come on up to Mount Greyhag. There's Muriel. Looks like she didn't trust that we were going to be kind to her people. How far can you move?
Never.
The answer is not very. Let's increase defenses at Black Fortress and at the guardhouse there at Sentinels.
Tyrant
Camp.
of the tribe. Do what I say.
And not a lot of good units we could recruit in. In the meantime, we'll give them some Nobblar Trappers to hold the line, and we can bring Malbob on over if Muriel tries anything funny. But in the meantime, he's going to stay outside of the Sentinels, be there to reinforce. Let's pull him kind of down. More movement can be used, spent getting over to the Black Fortress camp if needed.
Want everything.
Good stuff. Let's go for Ravager here with you. Continue down the blue line. Got the Blood Cleaver and the Demon Killer Scars, which will be great against Chaos, but we're no longer throwing down with Chaos. Whipping you now with some things that'll help you against the Elves is going to be pretty important. Missile resistance. Helm of Discord is great. Let's fuse these on together. We get an Ogre Blade, which currently he's going to get some healing. And he's being able to cause terror. So while we're not getting to take advantage of the combined effect, he's not doing bad for himself. Pass that Ogre Blade off to someone else. Let's go into March then. Fall back into friendly territory for more replenishment. Jeez, or not. Huh. Who would have thought? Trade a chest store here. Blade Rock is really not under any immediate threat.
The boss.
5k for that upgrade is a little bit more than I'm willing to
Leader
spend.
of the tribe.
Over here. Already got the cannon building.
Get it done.
I'll wait for Firemouth Camp to actually upgrade. Correct Vrag, though. Let's grab the Gem Mine Shaft and upgrade Settlement as well. Back to the exotic Animal Tamer. Let's get our trade resources flowing again. Blood Peak is in a little bit of a dangerous spot, but I don't mind grabbing the Salt Pans, hoping we don't have any trouble. Fire Cave here to make sure our control doesn't wane at all. Got plenty of Nobblars ready to throw down with the Demons of Chaos. Luckily, the Cathayans aren't at war with us yet, but definitely only a matter of time now. Right, well, the Butcher's Apron is now in effect. Recipes and spells are scrawled upon the aprons of the Slaughtermasters and Butchers, steeping them in magic and causing them to absorb even more of the stuff. Extra wins of magic reserve for all of our armies. Now we're finally on to the Sky Titan Plateaus in 5 turns.
Bring me something.
Not bad. When we zoom in here, I don't see any extra armies coming from the High Elves. Let's see if we come on back down south here with Rot Teeth. Try to steal some more tech. Is Muriel down here? Is indeed.
Unlikely.
Can't quite reach the camp. Do you have any more heroes we can recruit in? Anywhere at all? We're all maxed out for now. get some of our buildings up and running. That increase that capacity. Specialists, you actually have a better chance of succeeding. Or the Weisson's wild form when we're in the army.
Any challenger.
Wait one turn before grabbing in the new man-eaters. And everyone else. While we sit here, let's switch you over. And I will, through allied recruitment, grab your. We can get some Kadai Fireborn. That's almost even more exciting than the Fireglaves. And they won't be stationary. Fireglaves. We're gonna have a hard time keeping up with our ogres a little bit. But we can kind of station them in the middle of all of our Noblar trappers. They've already got some pretty dangerous... Yes, that's what I want. Give to me, although the 2 turns is not what I want. Are they going to take 1 turn? Nothing I want to recruit. Blunderbusses are good, but we have to let someone get very close to us. Okay, well, none of that then.
Obey me or your dinner.
Someone has the ability to drop our global recruitment. Let's try and do that.
Do what I say.
Look at there. Rug. Fill your bellies. And now, we can start recruiting who we want.
Only because I said so.
We'll come on back around and claim Pig Barter now. No reason for a feast at all. Still lose 114 because we've got to. I'll go ahead and claim Pig Barter up. You need to send me a proper army to fight so I can have an actual battle.
Obey me.
Not quite as fun when, for the 40th time, we just run in, stomp them, and the battle lasts about 2 seconds. Let's get another set of ward save for the Firebelly. One more turn before I want to go ahead and grab the Karoom, even though 5% less is not that much. Grab it now. By now I mean next turn. Get decision flow. Alright, so when we do grab the units, we're going to have...
Tyrant of the tribe.
What added on in? I'm going to do only 2 of the lead belchers. And then I'm going to take both of the iron blasters in place of the scrap launchers we currently have. Or take both iron blasters and keep the scrap launchers.
Obey me.
It's actually kind of a tough call. Let's keep 1 scrap launcher only. Bring with us an additional trapper. We'll just kind of switch it like this. That way we're not paying the upkeep for him yet. Kevin's got 13, so let's do some pretty fast math that I'm probably going to mess up. 14, 15, 16, 17 units. 18, 19, and 20, so we can only really grab in.
Tyrant!
Well, we may just send these trappers back. We've got plenty.
All mine!
Well, we won't be able to, will we?
No ogre can beat me.
That's fine. You trappers, come on. Out of the army fully.
The
No reason to pay for you.
Got it?
No, we're not eating them. We're sending them back to the farms.
Ogre tyrant!
Much less violent.
All mine.
Kind of waiting on a few of the upgrades there. At least the cheap additions to our economy are always going to be useful. Go ahead and smush this group of Norskins as well. Hope someone tries to find out soon. Unless Emmerich is only wanting to find out when he has an entire armada of troops. That's likely what Muriel's doing, is waiting for reinforcements.
The magic of me.
How many are hiding here in the Darkhold? Easily take them down.
Absurd.
What do you mean, absurd? You've got gorgers and cannons. What do you have? I think at that moment, though, is if we leave here, is when whatever army's hiding here comes on over.
More
It's a tough call either way. Let's move on down to Baldig, because he actually has no real defenses except for these troops. While the Sentinels at least has a few ogres to hold the line. Some man-eaters for some reason.
Obey me.
That'll do. So big barter we need to start upgrading so we can get in the Noblar Underbelly. Every night the town watch warily eyes the mist swirling below Pig Barter. Always alert for Noblar incursions from the swamps below. Poison attack for all Noblars. Perfect. Boost them into the stratosphere. Or at least raise them slightly higher than the gutters. Maw Pit. 4,500 for the Cauldron Town there is extremely expensive. Any of our buildings actually give us more capacity for hunters, so that's what we're going to do. We're start increasing that where we can. We had one more of those somewhere over here. Perfect. This Gorger Cave will allow us to get an additional hunter, and we'll just save the rest of this here. Take the demon stump up, but I think that'll get attacked. And I don't necessarily mind if it gets attacked. We'll know where they're at.
My gut is law.
Yeah, just do some saving. I'll upgrade the Gorger Cave here so we can get more hunters. We do need more heroes to act as spies.
Whole world is ours.
There we go. Found some good things to spend our gold on. Rud up in the frigid north. Let's give you the fleet-footed, up to 71 speed. We do what we can to get them uncrazified, so then don't keep losing all their melee defense. And here at the path to the east, we'll go for anything that allows us to move further. We don't have any. Such is the way. Come on down to the High Elves and we'll end the turn. Alright, Malbob's ambush was foiled, that's fine. Didn't necessarily think he would succeed anyway. You just kind of keep coming back and forth here, make sure we know. Interesting. So Long Yuan is back. Saw him moving down in March this way. The fact that they're back means they're aware of what we're up to as well.
Tyrant.
Alright, Kevin, let's pick up your new 3D printed army. Grab all of these ogres, 2 iron blasters, and let's set off into the horizon. Didn't hurt our income that much. We blitz down and take on Uport first. I think we do. Keep moving or else.
Follow the boss. In charge.
Still waiting the 2 turns here, but upgrading will give us more capacity for butchers or not. In fact, it won't. There's no real reason to get the Slaughtermaster's table. Yep, Oven will give us more fire bellies, which I do want. They only have 300 cargo. Why are you so poor?
No.
What do you mean, no? 0% chance to succeed. I understand now. Raw Teeth, up to the north. Failed to steal me some more tech.
If it means butchery.
Imperial's not got a full force, but those are elves. We have scrap launchers, though. Do you have any artillery? Because if not, he thinks you're in for a bad time. Let's get him. When we see they have dragon princes. What do you have? She does indeed. She has 3 sets of dragon princes. And then everything else is archers. A decisive defeat is what you think we're going to be served. Maybe. You have catapults. So we'll see, won't we? Have ourselves a pre-battle feast. I'm just going to give it a close defeat. Let's take it to the High Elves. Bring it on, Beanpoles. Alright, so yes, they do have lots of archers, but we have lots of catapults that are good at exploding archers. Let's start deployment behind this little patch of kind of swampy ground here.
Take it all.
What are their lords? flying around on. So we have one on an eagle, or a hawk, one of the two, and one on a dragon. The lag is just a extremely good fighter. We don't get to see any of their stats. Okay, they're too far away. No cheekiness we get to do there. So let's set up our gorgers. In the trees here with the Saber Tusk pack. They can't Vanguard deploy. Need more hunters. Saber Tusk will be in the back. Their job is going to be to tie down the Dragon Princess for a moment, while the Gorgers move in to try to do their actual damage. Lead Belchers here on this side, with our Noblar Trappers ready to stop them from getting through. Gum up the works there. Normal Noblars, you're going to be standing in the water. Yes, it's not a good job, but someone's going to do it. Keep the High Elves busy while they launch arrows at you. Nice layering of the Noblar Trappers. Or Noblars in there. The lads. Grab more Trappers. Move in behind here. Because we know for sure what's coming.
The Cleaver Wielder.
Cleaver Wielder. His Iron Fist in the center, trying to be a bodyguard unit for you. Other two Gorgers we didn't actually bring over here, we're going to keep them in the back. Again, with the idea of bringing them in to smash these Dragon Princes. Grab the Noblars. In their own unit. Guard mode. The Speedy Boys. Let's get them. We're definitely just going to have you guys target archers. I don't think there's any way we do much damage to the Dragon Princes, but I'm keen on trying. Make sure the Gorgers don't get caught by themselves. It would be a really bad time. Are they just going to dodge? No, don't go after the guy that's in it on an eagle. Go after the different units of archers. The more we can soften up, the better. Got 8 of them there with that scrap launcher shot. Go for it. Bundles of doom. Alright, elves. Being so good at dodging stuff. Also, you guys are doing a terrible job of shooting these Dragon Princes when I tell you to. Missed them aggressively twice. Here, let's advance so we actually have some better accuracy. 54 seconds before their reinforcements arrive. Now let's go after this unit of White Lions. And these archers, again. They claim they have light armor. Let's see just how light it is. Really sad we can't get these zoomed in shots. Ooh, that one was a pretty good splash. That one missed absolutely everyone. And they are refusing to advance on us. Pretty impressive. And its advance ever so slightly will bring the Noblars up, so we kind of got a dual layer of them. We're not getting that much damage with our scrap launchers. A lot more than we currently are. From those reinforcements. More scrap ahoy. Which is a small bit of damage, is a lot, but they are doing everything they can to just wiggle and dodge our artillery. Which is definitely one of my bigger complaints with the AI on the harder difficulties. Make sure you're cannoning these fools out of existence, and it looks like the Dragon Princes 100% know we've got lads hiding in the woods. See, here's the thing. That's nonsense. They're like, yeah, no, absolutely not. We know they're there. We refuse. Alright, Gorgers, let's go ahead and move in. you guys go ahead and start taking your own shots where you can. I'd say mostly going after units of archers.
Hungry.
If they decide to stop moving, they're going to get blasted apart. I'm going to grab all of the saber tusks and send them through. See if we can't get a bit of extra damage. Can we give that to multiple? No, just one. Get a little bit more damage here then. That should be plenty. That's how much damage those archers are doing. Make U-turn and blast apart.
My cleaver is sharp.
These poor fools. Dragon Prince has charged into our first group of Noblars. New strategy. Go ahead and punish him for it. Funnily enough, though, the archers are really good at firing once and then charging directly in. Not great. Yes, roll directly towards them, you absolute numpty.
Leg belchers.
Don't think we're gonna win this one. Just on a set of... the amount of stats we've got here we're working with is just not, I don't think, enough. Drop down a Bone Crusher here.
Take it all.
The fact that they can keep retreating behind their spearmen and charging through is going to be a huge problem. Send the Gorgers wide. We're getting butchered.
Hungry.
Not enough damage going down on the cannons. Our absolute wave of speedy units didn't win the fight that I expected them to.
Leg belchers.
Underestimate the High Elves at your own peril. Let's go ahead and fall back. Fairly unfortunate. But we deserve it for our overconfidence. Back, see if we can't deal with these Dragon Princes, and then we'll try to fall everyone else back. We're gonna lose a good deal of our units here. You guys can fall back. Artillery chariots, just shoot at the guys right up front here since you failed to hitting anyone else. Well done, lads. This is fairly pathetic.
Perform the meat right.
Smash that one on down. Kill a few. Huge blob of elves over here, but I bet you anything they'll be able to do move apart from one another before it's time for us to get too much damage in. See if we can't slay him real quick. We've got rid of a few of the Dragon Princes, but they'll just recover them, no problem. Zeus was a folly attack.
Here it's called Iron Fists.
Get everyone else out that we can. Fall back. We got backhanded. Your stats are... We haven't had to fight the High Elves in so long, we've lost. We've forgotten. He's just gonna fall back. Yeah, let's get everyone out of there. Retreat. How about that? Or one battle and we get... smashed. Can you guys retreat like I asked you to? Now you're gonna fight to the end? Fair enough. Alright, a defeat that we have earned for sure. We got absolutely smashed. They did a very good job of dodging every single artillery shot we fired, and also scouting out all of our hidden units, so good for you guys. Malbob is now going to get utterly crushed. Let's try to retreat back to the Black Fortress camp here. But I think we're about to lose camp as well. No, that's not good. Okay, so we're gonna go throw ahead in the maw. That range advantage that these archers are throwing out that I'm not used to. 180 range, 35 missile strength. That is insane. Turned our Noblars into pincushions before they could even really do anything about it. Ooh, thankfully, we have other lords in the area. We need to start snapping up as much of their territory as we can before we start getting pushed back ourselves. Got another squad of rude neighbors coming on around. Just blasting base. Hopefully you guys can't hear it.
Find me loot.
That's the best. So we'll come on into Pig Barter and we'll grab the Spice Market. Do our best to recover from our loss there.
Bring me something's leg.
Probably not a good idea for us to just start a fight up with the Thayans with our initial attack on Muriel being blunted. It is about time for another army. We'll keep Kevin here.
Tyrant of the tribe.
Start building up another force here at Grimtop. I think since we're fighting elves, we need to focus on something that'll help us deal with the elves quite quickly. They're all spearmen. And they're all archers, which makes things quite challenging for us. I actually think more lead belchers is going to be the way to go. We outrange their archers barely, and we can disrupt the formations. And the second they start getting shot at in return, they just melt away. So in fact, instead, let's start grabbing in Mournfang or Crushers with Iron Fists. These guys are going to be expensive as all get out when we get them out of the army. Let's start bringing the Crushers in. Very heavily armored, and they actually have a shield, so they can ward off a little bit of the High Elves' missile fire. There'll be 2 of them, so we can recruit in some other Mournfang with Iron Fists too. A little bit less armor, but we can get more units overall. Perfect.
Ogre tyrant. Grease.
What we're gonna do with Greasus is have him sprint
Come on.
towards the... I'd love to throw a camp here. What I want to do is deal with Village, gain, or finish up our contract to try to keep the Cathayans at least from declaring war on us a little bit sooner. I expected us to deal with Muriel and not lose, so that does change plans a little bit. We're gonna replenish up these Dragon Princes incredibly quickly. For you guys. Let's skip on through then.
Watch me out here.
See real fast if anyone is willing to sue for peace.
True savages.
Okay, the Dolganar.
A timely
For now.
arrival. My warhounds.
I'll
have
take
taken
peace.
it. Yes.
And we can move to deal with Village. We can use that gold to recruit in even more soldiers.
In charge.
Here at Grimtop. So we've got cavalry going in now. Let's continue to increase that. Cavalry is going to be the way to go against the elves. I'd say cavalry and more iron blasters, but man, those are very expensive. Let's just get more Mournfang with Iron Fists. We will flood the field with heavily armored anti-infantry and just speedy cavalry units, so Iron Guts as well. Spend all our gold. There we go. And then we see how badly things go down here at Black Fortress. He comes on in to face us, and it's going to give us a close defeat. I don't know. We've got a lot of ogres, and this time she doesn't have the reinforcements. It's going to be quite a tough battle, though. Let's get him. It's like it's a fight for survival. We've got to do it. We need to try to play the game though where we split the elves' forces and then try to get our since they don't have nearly as much infantry to protect all these archers, we just need to draw these dragon princes away and deal with them quickly. Easier said than done. Alright, I've got a call coming in from the Lady Wizard that I've got to take. So since we're on Legend, I can't do anything but pause the game. So what we'll do is we'll stay here in our deployment stage, and I'll catch you all in just a quick second. Alright, and what was about an hour for me is a few moments for you all. Let's see if we can hold off the elf tide here. Man, we got absolutely embarrassed that first battle. So our reinforcements are coming in from here in 1:58. That is so long. That is horrifying. Let's throw our catapults back here.
Noblars!
I mean, luckily, the elves are going to be forced to come through this gulch altogether, if we're lucky. So let's go ahead and get all of our Noblars. They're just going to get smashed right through. This is awesome. So let's have all 3 of these Noblar teams here. Yoy. Our 8 cannons, which I am going to try to use to pepper those dragon princes. We'll throw the trappers here and on the other side. And since we don't have our gorgers anymore, we should have probably pulled them out way before we did. We lost every single one of them. Not even a little bit of trees here. Praise us should indeed. Then we'll have our saber tusks in the back. Plan is we're going to send them around. We need to have some units to shut down the enemy's archers before it's too late.
I feel the hunger.
The Maul is going to be great for that, but it's also going to be really good if I sprint him into the middle of any of their spearmen and then rip everything to shreds. Surviving for 2 minutes is going to be... It's going to be nigh impossible. Let's do it. Come on, elves. Use the choke point we so nicely set up for you. Let's keep 2 of the saber tusks back. As long as everyone can get into position quickly. It's not going to change much, but...
The meat hook is ready.
Move everyone forward. Let's go ahead and have this set of cannons start firing on the dragon princes. We need damage. No real reason to get them in groups. But you guys in guard mode, though. And then we will set up our lads in their individual squads. Here comes 2 of the other dragon prince teams. Have the saber tusks come on over. Can't select this unit for some reason. There we go. Bring these trappers back. Start retreating the Noblars, because here comes the archers. Have them both start bombarding into the groups of archers. Send these 2 saber tusks wide. Cannons aren't doing anything. Oh, they just ran forward, of course. That makes sense. Grapple launchers aren't doing a very good job of switching targets when you tell them. They still try to take 2 or 3 shots at the other unit. Go ahead and take these lot down. Spirit Leech going down on them. But for you guys, send the cannons and have them deal with the dragon princes. The more damage we can do to their important units, the better. You guys come back and stop these princes for a moment. I don't mind trying a bone crusher on everyone now that they're here. Please stop them from retreating. That's pretty good damage. You guys should charge on in. We just need to avoid the dragon. Or Noblars. Send them into melee with the spearmen. Keep blasting apart these groups of archers. We've got a whole heap of ogres now. Let's try to take down these dragon princes first. Extra melee attack for our tyrant here. Come on, lads. Move in. Send these guys through. All our Iron Fists are going to try to go and ignore everyone up front. The other 2 Trapper teams, throw your bits and bobs where you can. Tyrant is clobbering. Keep moving around. Those archers are just devastating. Star Dragon Breath. Blast in here. Who is really the most dangerous? Those White Lions need to go. Iron Fists are struggling with that many archers, and their leadership is just not what we need here. I think we could have had them. Bring you a lot around. Let's have the chariots disengage. Can't believe these guys ran for it. Saber Dusks, if I can pull you out and into these groups of archers, that would be just fantastic. Iron Fists go round. Dragon Princes are definitely causing us some problems here. You can lock them into one spot for a moment, and that's going to be something we really need to have happen. Got several ogres here that aren't doing anything at all. Bring them back in. Yeah, they just got torn to shreds by the archers. Come on, Noblars. You've got to keep your leadership for long enough to actually do some damage. Yeah, we don't know if we have enough. Keep moving. Ogres get out of the main fight. We really just need them going after. Dragon Princes are insane. Drop down the Bone Crusher here. Use those shields at least as much as you can. Noblars actually are going to do terrible damage to archers. Gotta keep them moving. I don't know how many of my units are ignoring orders after they've been given. There's the beef. Saber Tusks. Archers are who you need to go for. Those archers are done. Come on over and help out. Stay away from the spearmen. Keep smashing groups of archers. You come on over and try to duel with this individual. 4 Dragon Princes left. Come on, ogres. You go through and beat these archers down while they're trying to rotate over. Serious lack of leadership as well that we're having to deal with. We can make sure you stay for as close to infinite as possible. Go for the Dragon Princes. I think we're losing it in terms of leadership. On back in. Pretty crazy. He's coming back left and right. I just don't think we have enough. Our Tyrant's done. Surely 4 Dragon Princes we can deal with. You'd think. Charge in there and beat down these archers' Iron Fists. Absolutely to the bitter end, though. Here comes the Sword Master. Can't take down both. That's definitely not gonna happen. Load this group of archers. Excellent shot, and it looks like the white flag. The ogres are done. Sad day indeed. And Muriel does fly on in and give us the death elbow, but that is at the cost of all of their elite dragon princes and one of their nobles. So hopefully now they turn around and leave, at least for a moment. We may press her advantage still. Let's see. Alright, no, we just lose the camp outright. I thought we would have a secondary battle with the camp, since we didn't lose them all. I find that to be some shenanigans, because when it's a settlement, you don't lose everyone inside the settlement. Whoever survived the battle stays, and you have to fight them as well, but when it comes to a camp, you just lose everyone. Sure. Alright, we take the ultimate punishment there. And Rug is not going to be able to move to assist, but Muriel's now too weak to do anything to the Black Fortress. We've got Grimzial. Whatever she has to wield against us. Moondragon and a couple nobles. Here's what we'll do.
Obey me.
Time for a surprise.
Anywhere in the swamp we don't take any attrition? That's a bit unfortunate. I don't know how many other armies are here behind them. I didn't expect them all to rotate so quickly. They completely abandoned their other fronts. Nowhere here we're not going to take attrition. I don't want to take attrition. Let's come out of Ruin's End. It's a little bit dangerous.
Unlikely.
Okay, here's what they're wielding. They've got 2 Eagle Claw bolt throwers, which have a 380.
Happening because I said so.
Luckily gives us some nice targets for our artillery teams, but they've got so many Dragon Princes.
Do what I say.
They're gonna run over our Mournfang. Several desperate fights ahead of us. Alright, well let's go ahead. We've got a whole other army coming in over here in this vicinity. Very low chance they attack Black Fortress, so let's go ahead and throw another Lord in here so to try to force Muriel to flee. Slaughtermaster for spellcasting. We need a new Lord of the Great Maw. Maw Preacher or Flabby or Cunning. Gad we won't have to pay for. And he has poison attacks. Welcome. Let's go ahead and add Bloody and Raw. And if they choose to attack with him here, it'll at least make things easier for us to defend. He's already got Bull Gorger. Let's go for the Blood Gruel. Only got 1 more point. Let's go Bone Crusher instead. Do a couple items that can hopefully help you defend. Cause Terror. Do you already cause terror? Nay is the answer. Potion of Healing is probably better. Cause a bit of endurance. Trickster's Shard because there are enemy spellcasters. And then any armor. Please. Let's combine these 2. Ooh, Gut Maw. That's no armor, but it does let you heal. A couple other things we can combine up. Another Gut Maw, sure. Great Maw provides. Although, not really what we need. Razor Standard will take. A Noblar Inventor will also take, just in case. We'll take less attrition damage from the siege. Artificer for more Lead Belcher. Recruit rank, absolutely. Noblar Chief. And a Pit Fighter. Then just kind of one of the other ancillaries we have here. Halfling Cook for more meat doesn't sound bad.
Harvest many ingredients.
And then, Gad, we'd make use of our extensive global recruitment right now. Yeah, Man-Eaters would just get outraged and destroyed by their archers, so let's grab a couple units of Lead Belchers. And I even would just go for 4 Lead Belchers, and then a couple of Noblars from this area here. Noblars, and then maybe some Dawizar. Even just Hobgoblins. We need some frontline fighters. They're not great, but they only cost 5 allegiance points. We can grab a couple of them. Yeah, let's go for it.
They will harvest the meat.
This is the most spooky. This entices Muriel to either flee, though, or attack Gad to stop him from recruiting. And if she does, I'm pretty sure our defenses here at the Black Fortress can hold. The fact that we're also building extra crap moat should entice them to defend, too. Don't like how our war is going with the High Elves so far, though. Could bring Greasus over to help. It does definitely look like the Shorfs are being pushed back by the Greenskins. But I would also like to deal with Village's faction. Deal with Village's faction before they get too strong. He's over here destroying Cathay. So Greasus. We are going to continue our ill-advised war. Let's make sure we can move through Blizzard Peak without taking attrition. It's just frozen, but sometimes it likes to be deceptive. Nay, and we're going to go ahead and grab... Come and get it so we can move further. Next turn, of course, because that's the way.
Everything we find is mine.
As far as we can go.
What alone others?
Even getting ambushed, I think we can handle it, no problem. All of the overconfidence. Alright. We are now on the back foot.
Ogre tyrant.
I don't know that I want Kevin. Yeah, they're building up an army over here. That is for certain.
Ogre butcher.
We see who's in Hanuport.
I'm going.
I think taking position between these two is going to be a very good idea, and then we'll have
Tyrant.
Kevin just go into an ambush stance up near the front of the mall gate. We can strike out towards Hanyu Port, lightning style if we need to.
This whole stinking world.
Down this whole stinking world. And with my bad accent, we'll grab ourselves a Blessing of Volcano God. And probably the ability to be a bit faster. Faster or more health? Fighting the dragons is gonna be quite spooky. How many? 2 sets of Saber Tusk pack, and we've got Frenzy and I think the upkeep production. Might as well continue to make them better. So let's go for Silent Hunters. Sneak around and deal with artillery or enemy archers. We have to make sure we're... Because fighting Cathay is very similar to fighting the High Elves. They're just not as fast and don't have as much range. But their infantry are also quite a bit more tanky. Let's come on down south so we know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm going.
We need to see where reinforcements are coming from, if there are any. So between the Darkhold and the Ash Ridge Mountains, this is where Imric's faction starts from. Any other diplomas we can get up to? A new ally mission from the Disciples of Ashut. We need to take down the Greenskin Umag. Consider it done. Taking any of their armies would be a huge mistake. Are you kidding me? You guys don't like me very much, do you? Even after everything we have done to try to be friends with the other Shorfs, we only get one. Funny how all of the Norskins are starting to like us a little bit more. All of the evil factions, for some reason.
Consort of
All of the Order factions are gone.
Mistress of Skulls.
So no trading for Greasus. Sure. Let's come on down to where the High Elves are building up their forces and see if we're punished. Alright, so now Rug is going to be facing Muriel and Grimzial at the same time. It thinks we are going to have a valiant defeat. And that very well may be the case, but we will pick up this battle in the next episode. For now, I'm out of time for today. I have been at Space Wizard Total War. Remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub zone. I'll see you all in the next one.